Hello, my name is Don and welcome to episode 12 of Motorsport Manager on my channel. We've got our new brakes, so we're going to put that straight onto Valdez's car. We're going to improve the reliability once we can. Now, I don't think we were able to build anything more for this season without risk factor, so where do we start? Well, I think we're going to start with the engine. So we'll do that one and that one, and then that one, I guess. So that will take us up to 237, which is with a potential of 275 with a fairly low risk factor as well. Will be built before the next race. That's not really relevant. It will cost us 1.75 million, but this is now for next season. So, oh well, it'll cost us 1.66 because I forget we have our financial discount. So our race to date will be the Ardennes. And I'm just going to reject that interview. And yeah, hopefully we can start getting stuff just pushed out for next season. I think we've got risk parts on every single part that we have available to us. So we've got 6 races left this season, and we're already looking at next season, which is interesting. But it's kind of just the way it's worked out that we cannot develop this car any further this year other than just standard performance benefits. So hopefully we can start just putting out parts for next season, clear this debt that we've got built up now, and take it from there really. Okay, so I said previously that I was going to vote for spec engines, but if you look at our engine now, we have the 5th best engine. That's obviously gone down a little bit. We've got a better one developing. We've got improving our parts so that this one will improve as well. I don't know if I want spec engines, you know. I think we're developing at a rate that we don't want spec engines. So even though it's worth 250,000 to vote in favour, we have 2 votes. I don't know if it would use both votes, but I would much rather go for something like front wings can be developed. But again, I might just leave it for this season and just start totting up the votes for once we're in the higher championship and try and get a spec part in the higher championship so we can get out of that quicker. That is what I'm thinking. So driver aids I wouldn't be interested in. Spec engines was the only one I was really going to vote for this year. Do you know what? I'm just going to say my vote is not for sale. Maybe you guys will disagree with that. We'll skip to that vote. It's just about here, just before our engine is finished building actually, ironically enough. So we'll just quickly have a look at this scouting report so you can see what I'm looking at. So he's a Wonder Kid with a potential plus 50. He's already maxed that potential anyway. Overtake specialist, overtaking plus 2. Hates leading though. And only 40% marketability, so again I'm not going to add him to my favourites. So this will not benefit traditional teams, but our engine development's better than what other people are doing, so I'm just going to abstain. So it said it would benefit us. I don't think it will. It's been approved anyway. Cock. Guess we just cancel that. We've got some money back for cancelling that, because we don't need an engine for next season. So gearbox risk level 1 is 35 plus 25 and plus 20, I guess. So this isn't a big upgrade compared to what that engine one was. Oh, absolute poppy that's cost us so much. Yeah, because we don't want that one, we don't want that one, we don't want that one. So this is the way we're going. So this will cost us 1.25 million. Brakes wise, risk level. So that would take us up to 268, sorry, with 281 for maximum. That might be the one we go for first. Or suspension wise, we've got risk, this one, and 302, 287, 302. Right, we're going to go for the suspension first because It's got the highest potential of any part that we've got. That won't be spec for next year. It's frustrating. Just spent so much money getting that engine upgraded as well, and I completely forgot about that being a vote. At least we got some of the money back, and it will save us a lot of money next year, I guess, which can go in investment on the HQ. So we've got a third spec part. I'll skip ahead to the race without editing, guys. Just I normally would, but grounded, wise old hand, pay driver, 100% marketability, 3-star. Compare Valdez. Valdez obviously got more potential. It's got worse braking, worse cornering, worse smoothness, better overtaking, better consistency, worse adaptability, better fitness, a lot better feedback, and worse focus. I'm tempted just to switch out here, guys, to be honest. It would put us a guy that's at the front of the grid again. It's going to be a lot worse with tyre management, to be fair. It'll cost us 2 million to do, so we can't do it right now anyway. I think I'm going to bring him in at the end of the season, to be honest, for Valdez. Hopefully he will cost less money than Valdez, and we can recoup the trait quite quickly. Would give us a second pay driver, but he's obviously better than Maya, and I think he'd be good enough to win the championship. He is not the best at cornering though, so tyre wear will be very high on him. I normally would edit this all out. I just kind of want to show you what I'm doing as well, though, just in between segments, just so you see what we do. So we've got a sponsorship deal ending at after the Ardennes race. Which one is that for? It's one of our bonuses. It's one that we've been using as well, Wai-Chan. Or Wan-Chai, sorry. Right. So we're going to take Wan-Chai for potentially the last time. Fit parts. So reliability on the new brakes is shot up, so we should not need to pit for new brakes on Valdez. We should not need to pit for engine repairs on either car. Gearbox should be fine. So let's start improving the suspension on both cars for reliability, because that's the one weakness we have now, is reliability of suspension. So it'll be completed 28 days after this race, which is well before Munich. So reliability now should not be an issue for the rest of this season. We've got no more upgrades coming for this car because there's just none to make, unless I go and make that risky engine and just take the risk on it at the end of the season. I don't know, but with it being a spec part next year, I don't think it's worth the risk. So top speed's crucial, low speed corners is crucial, that's obviously spec, they'll both be spec next year, and acceleration is useful, which we are fairly weak in, as you can see, but there's just no way we can improve that further than what it currently is. So no upgrades, both cars are content. I will be back with the race in just a second. So practice is just finished. We definitely don't look as competitive here as we did at Tondela. Although part of that could be I forgot to push. I basically put them out and I left it. And I went away and I had a cigarette and I forgot to tell them to push. So their times aren't as good as what they usually would be. And at the same time, we only got 5% bonuses because they weren't pushing. If they were pushing, we would have got 10%. So I don't even know how their setup's going to be. I just sort of guessed. I knew I didn't want to, so really do it. So I looked at sort of what I'd done previously in my chariot save and just went with that. So we've got 95%. This is a 22 lap race. So can we one stop on these? Yes, we can. So we could one stop on the super softs if we stay on medium apparently. We can't with Maya, so let's go with that. And again, just put a little bit extra fuel in on both cars so we can actually push the engine at least. This will be a bit risky with Valdez, I think, so we're going to go engine mode And we can push with Maya as well because she is on the slower tyre, which should last in theory 3 laps longer. 22 lap race here at the Ardennes. So we start 4th, and I think it was 16th I said last episode, 17th. That makes sense. Surrounded by Octanes and Eastwood's Valdez is. Fairly confident that next season we can do well, as Maya got a good start. She's up into 3rd, 2nd, and you get 1st Maya with. Looks like that Predator's just pulling away from us, unfortunately. With Maya having to defend for her life. Valdez down to, well, back up into 17th now as I say that. It looks like Valdez is in a fight. We're going to focus on Maya for now. We're going to go down to medium and high. And same with Sergio. Engine wear shouldn't be an issue here. We've got good reliability on that. Just the matter of if the suspension holds out. So Valdez definitely not coming through the field the way he did in the last race. So maybe showing that engine is the difference. That's obviously a spec part for next year, although he's got out that little cluster now, and he's got out of it ahead of one of the Eastwoods, I think. Maybe not. Up into 14th, so that's where we're overtaking is on the straights. Maya in 2nd still. Cannot get past this Predator. We're miles behind it actually. Temperature windows are good on both cars. Track temperature is fairly high, so expect that to actually rise. Sort of, as I said in the last episode, sort of went and watched a lot of videos from other people, and sort of a couple of them were talking about how to manage tyres, and I think I've maybe picked up some of it, although I'm still learning that aspect of the game. Whereas previously I was just like, right, push, charge, go for it, and I believe it's cost me time. Valdez up into 10th. The man is on a charge now that he's got out that cluster that he was struggling with at the back. And he's also ahead of the Eastwood of Saha, however it's pronounced. He's struggling to get past Calvacanti though, which is frustrating, and Saha will come back at him and he has to defend. Mia's now started dropping back, which is not good. It's one of those ones where I think she's been overtaken and then a load of cars just flood past at the same time. So we've got both cars on screen now, which again is a bit. It says maybe the difference in quality between the two cars, or maybe it's just the difference in quality between the drivers. Valdez in a massive fight here with Saha, and his inability to get past Calvacanti has cost him, which he's now been overtaken a couple of times. And Saha's made light work of it as well. Can we finally get past Calvacanti? Just about, maybe into this corner, into the sort of fake Eau Rouge. We can, but we'll lose the position on the straight, but we get it back. And now we're back on the heels of Saha. Come on, Sergio. Looks like everyone might be trying the same strategy as us here, although I think our tyre wear is slightly better. In fact, Valdez's is god awful. I'm just going to put him in this lap, I'll switch him to a 2-stop, see if he can get to lap, say, 15. So we want 15 is 8 laps, so we want, yeah, that'll do. Fuel, we've changed the tyres, so go. See if we can get him some clean air to maybe undercut these cars in front who are also struggling with tyre wear. Mia down in 7th, although is going longer on her stint. Her tyres are still fine. She should be able to get to lap 11 fairly comfortably. So the one-stop strategy might work for her, despite the fact she's losing places galore to everyone else. Her tyres are also way overheated, so I'm going to bring her down onto conserve. In fact, I'm going to back her right up. Tyre wear is fine, it's just the heat of the tyres is far too much. That will be costing her time and tyre wear. So she's down in 7th right now, but there's a cluster ahead of her which is sort of slowing her down a bit, I think. Valdez down in 19th, or 14th rather, as he gains a lot through pit stops. And again we're going to start conserving because his tyres are getting a bit hot. I'm going to move Maya back up to conserve now that our tyres are starting to cool down a little bit. But being in this cluster isn't helping her in any way, shape or form. She's got one more lap of this stint. To do, and then she can pit for a fresh set of boots to go to the end with. No mechanical issues that look like they need repaired. We might have to bring her in later on. Oh, Sergio Valdez in 12th is quite a bit behind Maya now. So the hope of getting free air has not worked for Valdez at all, really. Particularly when he's stuck in this cluster. But he is getting through it nicely. And he's up into, well, battling for 7th. Can he just go past the guy in 6th? Yes, he can. So he hopefully pull away from that cluster now. And towards Gatto, whose tyres have to be going off. So Maya's down in 16th after that stop. I don't know if she had a poor stop or whatever. I'm going to put her back onto neutral. Gatto, with the worn tyres, is completely slowing Valdez down and brought him back to that pack, who's now all over his heels. So hopefully now that he's away, Valdez can pull away. I'm going to move him back onto neutral for tyres. His windows, his sort of heat temperature's okay, I think. So he's only got 2 more laps of, well, 3 more laps of this stint. I want to pit at the end of lap 15 and have him be a quicker stint at the end. Soft runners ahead though still haven't pitted, so we will have to overtake them on that faster stint at the end. Bit concerning that they have not pitted yet, because that means their tyre wear and petrol management has been much better than us, although we have been stuck in a lot of clusters, but their tyres are completely going off, so we're catching up at them at a fairly decent rate, as certainly Saha and someone else comes into the pit. So we're up into 2nd provisionally and gaining on Mori in front, but we have to also pit this lap, so pit him for the remaining 7 laps plus a little bit extra so we can push. Where is good. Plenty of excess fuel, so on you go, son. Zaha behind us will go to the end, of course. We're not going to win this race. But the other guys on Super Soft should have to stop again. Maybe Engel and Calvacanti won't have to, but John Dirt and Mello certainly will. Comes back out in 10th. We're going to conserve Maya's tyres as they're getting very hot. Caught that just in time, I think, so that we won't have to be on conserve too long. If you go right up to the top, I think you have to sort of stay there for while still on conserve for a good while, or back right up for at least a couple of laps as well. So Valdez's strategy has got him ahead of Maya, and he's made an extra stop, which is unfortunate. I'm tempted to give him overtake mode here just to get him past these cars, but I don't really want to burn all this fuel that I gave him this early in the stint, but I might have to. Yeah, I'm going to go for that, because we can't be getting held up too long. So he's past the first one into 9th, and past the second one just about, yep, so we can go back onto high, and hopefully now start closing the gap to Sabado ahead. He is 6 seconds ahead, won't have to stop again. John Suder looks like the only one who will have to stop again. I thought there was someone else that did, but it is not the case. But it looks like another okay result for Sergio, to be fair. In fact, I think, let's look at his wear going over the last lap. So he's got 5 laps of fuel left to do and 4 laps to go. So I'm going to actually put him in overtake mode for the rest of this race. Same with Maya, see what points we can pick up. His tyres are getting fairly hot, so we're going to conserve his tyres though. Try and bring them back down into a nicer window. Trying to be alternate a little bit maybe with the strategy. Turn the tyres down, turn the engine up sort of thing. So we don't lose too much time while trying to bring the tyres back into a nice window. So close the gap to Subaru nicely here. It's now just a matter of can we get past. And this is not a track that we were that competitive at, so to be in this position is good. With 6th and 11th at present, and looking good for maybe getting 5th, I think. Yeah, Subaru's maybe just about losing ground on Cavalcanti in front. It's a shame Valdez couldn't have cleared Cavalcanti in that first stint, because I think that would have made this strategy much better. Had the move almost done there. Can he get a better line through here? No, he can't, because he's going to have the worst line coming out the second corner, as he did. We're now just about past for 5th. Yes, we are. All that time stuck behind though, John Sadura has caught up to us, so it's still a battle to keep 5th. And we've lost a lot of time to Cavalcanti, who I think we were maybe lapping a tiny bit faster than, or rather not, apparently. He is still pulling away just about. Going to stick him back onto medium. I'll do the same with Maya. Don't think it's going to change any way of their positioning. Just about got the fuel management right on Sergio, and just about got it right on, in fact almost perfect on Maya. So 5th and 11th will do for this race in the Ardennes. Wasn't a track I was expecting to do particularly well at, with the inability to really progress that gearbox as much as I would like, but such is life. Saha wins it for Eastwood again, so we've lost points to Eastwood, which I guess any championship hopes are sort of gone. Eastwood were just too good at the start. Hopefully now we've got that factory building, we will be able to get reliability sorted quicker next year and get at least our senior car getting points early on. Also losing a lot of points to the Lucatellis and the Silvas, so I think we've lost points in constructors wise to all the teams above us. In fact, we gained on Vexla but lost to Silva, who have now overtaken us, so we're down to 6th by a point. Aye aye aye. Kind of hoping to be top 4 this year, which I think is still achievable, but it's not being easy. Obviously reliability issues at the start cost us points, and now we're just not getting through the pack quick enough, and my strategy just simply didn't work. I think that's fair to say. So 1.5 million in the kitty, that will help us develop those brakes and next year's gearbox. I will end this episode here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, a like and subscribe is always appreciated, and I will hopefully catch you all next time.